And back at the Mabee Center in Liberty, the Cardinals lead at 43-30 at halftime. It's my great honor to have Steve Sealock with us, the former SID here at William Jewell College. It's been a long time in coming. We should have done this a long time ago.
Thanks, Rick. It's good to be here. Always good to be back courtside with the Cardinals.
Give us the timeline for you and then working with Jewell.
Well, I graduated from Jewell in '69, and then I worked as SID from 1985 to 1990. Also did the Heart of America athletic director, sports information director. And back then we had NAI District 16 by Missouri, and I did the District 16 information director. So we had fun time. Of course, we had a lot of good teams back then, so it was fun to good to be a Cardinal back then.
Well, this is a great time then to have you in here when we're revisiting in a way the Heart of America Conference.
Right.
Missouri Valley tonight, Avila Saturday afternoon. So those were good times for you, I'm assuming.
Yeah, made a few road trips to some of those places. Gyms weren't as nice as they are nowadays.
Really?
Some of those were pretty small, and they were always tough on the road, and that's what made our winning streak. We had that streak between 84 and 87 where we won 45 straight conference games, 21 on the road, which can never be done again in the Heart or basically any other conference.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then we won 45 straight games here at the Mabee Center. And so it was just a great year, great time. Then we had the year we won the district in 1988, the team that went 32-2,
right,
went in the Hall of Fame, got to the quarterfinals of the national tournament, lost to Auburn Montgomery by 2 points, should have won the game. Great. We were the only undefeated team in all college, in all divisions. We were 19-0. And when we went to Baker, got beat. We had a couple of guys get hurt in the game.
Right.
Baker takes the game ball and puts it in their trophy case. when they upset.
Just nice people there.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you about this because you've seen now the move to NCAA Division II, and
right.
you've seen a lot of basketball. How difficult of a transition do you think it is?
It's been a really difficult transition. Well, unfortunately, we've got the toughest conference in the NCAA Division II. So Larry knew that going in, and it takes its toll, and it's just going to take a while to build up. But I like what I'm seeing this year in the transition. We're doing better. We've got a deeper bench. Yeah, for anybody to move from NAIA to Division II, it's tough. Yeah. You can't do any better with the Bellarmins and the Southern Indianas and the Drurys, the Quincy's. So. Yeah, it's I think they're pretty much on schedule. It'd be nice to win some of these overtime games eventually.
Yeah, it would be. Steve Sealock is the former sports information director here at William Jewell College, visiting with us at halftime. And the other thing I wanted to touch on with is that for the first time in a long time, we had a successful football season. Even though it ended up below 500, we finished second in a conference where we have not had a lot of success. How much does that mean to an athletic program as a whole?
I think it really does. It vibrates. You build the momentum, and it carries over to the next sport. And just like I hope basketball, both the men's and women's team, carry over in the spring sports. The softball team's always good. The baseball team. I think that's great. Yeah, and to have those great road wins at Truman State, and then the unbelievable win in Indianapolis. That just, the 5-6 record, it could have easily been 7-4, 6-5, or whatever. But yeah, that's great momentum for next year. The coach has done a great job here in football the last couple of years to really build things up. So it does exactly create the momentum like you're talking about. I think that's great for the whole program, and I think they can build on that myself. Yeah.
Steve Jarrett said, and it started to resonate with me a little bit as we went through the season, he talked about how important it was to beat the Missouri schools in Division II, which we beat every team we played in all the teams in Division II for recruiting purposes. You believe in that?
Yeah, bragging rights. Yeah, teams close to home, they're it always is good to beat somebody that's in the same state, and that'll really help him looking forward, going forward in the future, Yeah, and back to that Indianapolis game, that was a double whammy because it knocked them out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And which leads us to the next point. You've got the Division II championship game here in Kansas City this Saturday afternoon.
Right.
Out at Sporting KC, which will be fun. I think it's Mankato State out of Minnesota playing. Is it... I can't remember. It was
you know what? To be honest with you, I've made the transition to basketball. I've hardly watched any football.
Yeah, it's just that's going to be a great thing for the NCAA to have the championship game out there. It's a beautiful facility, great field. Too bad there's no Northwest Missouris or
I'm sure
William
a lot of people
Jewells
were
or Pitt
counting
States.
on that. Yeah. Yeah. Steve Sealock, the former sports information director at Jewell, is here. Give me a quick 5 or 6 high points, things that you remember most about. You mentioned a couple of the basketball teams and how they did, but what are some of the things from your time here that really stand out?
Well, we had, when I was in school, Dr. Norris Patterson, the longtime football coach, most successful football coach ever at William Jewell, ran the athletic department, and of course he's a legend. He's in the NAI Hall of Fame. Had great, ran the single wing back when I was here in college. You know, nobody did that, but that's why they were always 8-1, 9-2.
Couldn't defend it?
No, Baker and Valley were always our rivals. Dr. Patterson always said, I'd take speed over size any day. And that was great. It was fun. Coach Holly and I were 2 years apart. He graduated in 67. I was 69. I remember seeing these little skinny knees playing over there at Brown Gym with Homer Drew. And
right, sure.
That was a different facility. Then they built the Mabee Center. And then, you know, this has been a great, versatile facility to do all the different sports. Yeah, it seems like back then we had the students were really into it because you had winning teams, especially in football. Basketball was good, but not as good as a football program back then as it was. But my dad went to college here. I went here. My brother went here. I've always been a William Jewell person. Couldn't get my kids to go here, but I've had a great time being at the college and supporting the mission of the college itself. So,
Steve, what are you doing with your time these days?
Well, I just retired from Citibank last year. I was in the student loan department in the customer service training division. Did that. I love numbers and statistics, so I got to work with the loans and the credit card numbers and all that. So just retired. I'm doing some volunteering at the Kaufman Center. Get to see the opera and the ballet, get my culture a little bit.
Right.
Come over and razz you guys. I love going to all the basketball games.
Bring some culture with you next time, because I personally need as much as I can get.
Make a few road trips. I always enjoy listening to you, Rick, on the radio.
Thank you.
On the internet, now that we've got the video and it's free, it's great to have that opportunity when you guys go on the road. But I'm really excited about the Jewell women and the Jewell men here as the conference season gears up. And I think it's going to be an exciting 2015.
Well, I want to tell you I'm excited that you came on and did this with us, and we'll do it again soon, okay?
I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas to you,
too.
And I hope you have a great holiday
Talk to you next year.
Season. Yeah, we'll talk to you
Thanks,
again
Rick.
soon. Steve Sealock has been our guest here on the HyVee Halftime Report. We will take a break and be back with more from the Mabee Center in Liberty in one moment.